Clothes, come the way you are.
I said forget your clothes.
Yeah. Hello guys, what's up, what's up, what's up? I know it's been a minute, yeah?
It's been years. It's been a month.
But anyway, it is what it is, man. People have been busy. It's life, you know how it gets at some point. Yo, it is what it is. It's life. At some point you need to be busy and you need to, but yeah, we're back like we never left. Anyway, so yeah, we decided to change the channel's name.
It's no longer Aisha's Way, it's Komorah Family.
It's Komorah Family.
We thought that we have so much more to offer as a family than I do as an individual on this.
Yeah. No more barriers.
Yeah, and we actually it's exciting. I think.
And one thing you've noticed, I'm almost
the whole family.
And one thing you've noticed, I'm in almost each and every video of yours.
You're in it.
Yeah.
He's in it, or the kids are on it, or my dad's on it.
It's always about the family, yeah. So it's Komorah Family now.
Yeah, I've taken my husband's name, called Mr. Komorah. So today. Oh yeah, but if you haven't subscribed and if it's your first time on our channel, please subscribe. Push that notification button on here because you need to be notified for when we next upload a video. We are going to try so hard to upload weekly, okay? So we want you to just keep
we're gonna
up
do
with us.
weekly.
Yeah,
weekly
we need to do
or
weekly
every
videos.
2 weeks.
But that's we try weekly every 2 weeks.
Man, it is what it is.
But in a month we'll be uploading at least 3 videos. Let's just say that, okay? So please subscribe to our channel.
You know that?
Yeah?
Consistency is key.
Yeah, consistency is key. So today we have story time.
Okay, so before we go to story time, so we have our Instagram account. It's the Instagram
page.
It's a family page. It's Komorah Family. Yeah, so we've been trying to upload videos now and then.
Reels.
And, reels and stuff. We ended up uploading a video, and then there's this girl that commented and said that we need to do a story time about
why we came to London, why I came back to London, why we actually just migrated all the way back.
Why we moved all the way here. So the story time is gonna be about that, and this is the girl's username and this is the comment right here. Yeah, make sure you follow her as well. She gave us a topic and an idea, so it is what it is, yeah. Before we start off, let me get a cup of tea. I give you a cup of tea, and then we can dive into it. Guys, story time, you know.
Keep watching.
Story time, you need to have a cup of tea and stuff, you know, relax, popcorns and everything. It's gonna be a nice story anyway. Make sure you stay tuned, yeah?
Green tea.
These are special cups, by the way. Big shout out to Nuru, my sister, for the cups all the way from Turkey. I got a present from Nuru. Cheers. Let's dive into this now. We're good. We're good to go.
Okay. You want to start or shall I start?
I think you should start because most of the story reflects on you. You know that?
Yeah, okay. Basically, as you already know, I was staying in Nairobi with Sam here.
No, you moved to Nairobi. You used to stay here before, yeah?
I've grown up here all my life, so I was in Kenya for some time. And obviously, I met him. Blah blah blah. We got married. We had our first child. We were up in Nairobi. We were staying there. Came to a point where I was looking for work, and I have a friend of mine. She had a job offer for me, so it was more like tell a friend to tell a friend, but in this case it was tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah. So she found out from someone and I found out from her, and she referred me because I had a degree in international relations.
Okay.
Yeah, a bachelor's degree, and she said you'd be perfect for the job, and it was a job in the bank. And when I was younger I always wanted to work in a bank. So I got so excited.
Who doesn't want to work in the bank? Who doesn't want to work where the money resides?
Yeah. You know? So I was so excited. Let's get a bank. I'm hearing bank. I'm like, okay. The job offer, like the salary was good for Kenya, and so she said you'll be making like 250,000 Kenya shillings a month. And I was like, are you serious? Yeah, you'll be making 250,000.
What position was it? Tell them what position
That's
it
the
was.
use their position. Like I was just going. It was like a huge surprise. It was more like come for an interview. We'll see where we could place you. We can make you in. You could be making about 250,000 Kenya shillings a month.
So you're going for an interview you don't even know?
Yeah, but obviously it's legit. Come on, man. All they want is someone like me. So I was like, okay, and I ended up going for my first interview there. And first interview went well. They didn't tell me anything about like money or anything. They just wanted to know about me.
Do you wanna say the name of the bank?
I think she said, man. What was it? Do you remember it?
I think it was Standard Chartered.
No.
Was it Barclays?
No, it was the owner's an Asian man. It's where that Domino's.
Westlands.
Yeah, it was in Westlands.
Equity.
No. It's none of that. It's no. Give me
Gulf.
No. It's something like it's got letters. Anyways.
Jubilee.
It's not exposing that. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I might tell you in the end if I can remember it. I remember it.
In the end, so stick to it. We're gonna tell you what bank.
So okay, I've gone from my first interview. They just really wanted to know a lot about me. Wanted to see my certificates and everything like that. So I gave them those, and they said we might call you back. And so I went back home and I was waiting eagerly. And the next day,
tell them how the day was after the interview. You went to, I actually dropped her for the interview. She was so scared and everything. Say, okay, can you please take me to the interview? I said, okay, no worries. I took her to the interview. I dropped her there, and then I went to eat. It was early in the morning, yeah?
Yeah, it was early in the morning,
Yeah.
okay? And these times I'm not feeling well, okay? I wasn't feeling very well.
It was a bit sickish.
Yeah, I was quite sickish, okay?
And then what we used to do, you see, we had a nice house. Well, it was alright. And then we used to take our mattress and then just place it on the sitting room and
life
sleep
got
there.
hard at that point, and all we could do is chill in the living room.
We just wanted to chill, so that we only had one TV and it was in the sitting room, and we wanted to live the life, so we just placed the mattress in the living room on the floor and just watch movies and stuff all night long. So I dropped her for the interview and then had breakfast and then came back home.
Yeah, and the interview went well. People were really nice, very professional. Everyone looks so professional there, and I was just imagining myself, oh my god, 250,000 Kenyan shillings a month. Who gets that in Kenya? Like it's very rare as your first job for you to just get that much money. Like, and in Kenya obviously salary is really bad. Not gonna lie, like we're trying to look for work in different places in Nairobi, and salary's just rubbish. So when I got this, I was like, definitely, I'm on it. I go back home and I wait for a phone call. I mean, they said they'll call me the next day. Imagine they call me after like a few hours and they were like, you know what, we want you to come back for an official interview, like your final interview, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I think you got the place, but we just want to confirm things. I was like, okay. So I was so excited. These times, like I said, I was sick and I had a feeling that I might be pregnant. But because it was a job offer, I was like, I'm going to wait and see how far I get with this job thing, and then we can take a test. And so I went back for the next interview. Now I'm there and everything's going well, and they said that they'll put me in the marketing area.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll work within marketing.
Why marketing though?
I don't know, because I guess I'm that girl in it. I mean, you look at me and you're like, she sells. But okay, everything was going well, and now it was like, okay, let's talk money. And they looked at each other and they back at me and they're like,
the lawyer or what?
Not a lawyer, some other lady that works there, okay? She's got a high position as well, I think she was a manager or something like that. They look back at me and they're like, how's 100,000 Kenya shillings for you? What?
No.
I didn't come here for 100,000 Kenya shillings. I was so straight up when you told me 100,000 Kenya shillings. I just...
No.
I became ghetto. I was no longer professional. I was like, are you serious? When I heard about this job offer, I was hearing 250,000. Where's the rest of that 150,000 going? And basically, I think what it is the guy that referred me
has to get a cut.
Get a cut, and he's taking that big of a cut. Are you mad? So like,
it's like half of everything.
I even told
more
the
than
guy,
half of everything.
I grew up in the UK. I could work in a supermarket in the UK. Okay, not even 9 to 5, but I could work a few hours a day in the supermarket, Monday to Friday. End of month, I'm probably getting about 200,000 Kenya shillings. Okay, how are you offering me 100,000 Kenya shillings to work in a bank with you? I should go back home and get a job in the supermarket if that's the case. Now, honestly, let's be real. I was so disappointed because, yeah, 100,000 Kenya shillings, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot for many people in Kenya. You could manage, but I was looking for growth, and I'm sorry, but I'm just not used to like it's not making sense for me. So I was like, what am I really doing in Kenya right now? Honestly, we're struggling right now. Sam, you didn't have any more acting gigs. Coming up for you. It was all that hustle, small
hustle here and there.
Yeah, and I was like, we
Things
can't
are not
live
really
like this.
opening up like that.
Yeah, we want to grow, okay? And I have the opportunity to just go back home and look into my career and everything like that. I'm disappointed at this point. I go back home.
I'm disappointed as well.
I actually wanted to cry, okay? I don't know why. I was so teary. I was like, I thought this was it, and I was just so disappointed.
And
I looked at them.
You slept the whole day.
Yeah, I looked at them and was like, you know what? I'll need to like go back home and think about this. I can't settle for that. Like,
yeah,
honestly. And I remember the guy saying, how about 150,000 at most? And I was like, still, man. Nah. I'm gonna go home and think about this. What's gonna happen to
the rest of the money?
Yeah, I'm gonna think about this. So I went back home, and as disappointed as I was and as sick as I felt, I just slept all day.
Slept the whole
I didn't want to do anything for like the past 5 days. I just didn't want to do anything. So
we're just ordering.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Ordering, sleeping on our mattress in the sitting room.
Yeah, I felt like a bum. Remember?
Yeah.
And I looked at Sam. I was like, "What do we do? Like, this is not gonna work out for us." And like, I've been feeling sick. And he was like, "Aisha, maybe let's not think about the job. Let's go and get a test." We went to AdLife.
Yeah, went to AdLife.
AdLife Plaza. Take what you're doing at AdLife Plaza.
Yes, AdLife.
Okay, and we went to the chemist up there, and we got a pregnancy test. And I had taken the implant off like 3 months before that. Just 3 months before that.
Yeah.
I didn't take it off because I wanted to have a baby. It was actually getting to me, and I was going through this whole anxiety. I couldn't breathe at night, and I used to panic, and I was like, it's the implant. So I took it off. So we went and got the test, and we went back home with the test, and then I just got a goal. So it turned out I was pregnant, and I was not disappointed anymore. I wasn't sad anymore. I mean, we didn't get the job.
But you have the craziest pregnancies, you know that? You have the craziest pregnancies.
So as soon as I know I'm pregnant, that's it for me. That's it.
Totally sick.
Give me 2 days and that's it.
You're throwing up like crazy and everything, yeah.
If many of you don't know what hyperemesis is.
And it was that time where COVID was still there, COVID had hit.
No, it actually just, it was wearing off. But yeah, it was wearing off.
Nah, it wasn't. It was that time. Remember when I was trying to come here, Kenya was still in the red list. You remember?
Yeah, but it didn't just hit, it already hit.
Yeah, it had been there for time.
Yeah, it's been there for some time. I'm pregnant and I wasn't disappointed anymore, and we looked at each other and we're like, what are we gonna do? This is another baby. I've got a grown, 11-year-old back home in London, and Talia, she's 1, and this is the number 3 for me. This is our other baby for us.
Crazy.
What do we do? Like, we can't survive like this. And I want growth. I want to, I wanted to settle down properly.
Yeah.
We didn't. There was no points. Like, there was a way for us to be okay. Makes sense?
No, actually, nah. That's not even it.
What was it?
We were speaking to your mom.
Yeah, I called my mom. We called my mom.
Yeah.
She knew about the whole job thing, so she was like, inshallah, everything goes well.
Yeah.
I'm praying for you. Then I call her back and tell her about the money. She was like, no, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
You need to come back. I was like, what do you mean I come back? You come back here and you bring your man here.
It was your mom's idea, actually.
Yeah, my mom. You come back, you bring your man. And I was like, are you serious, man? How am I gonna do it?
It's gonna be a process and everything.
Yeah.
But actually, before we had spoken about,
she was like, come back home and then we'll look from there, because you're pregnant anyway, so you're gonna come back. So you might as well come back now and start the process. I was like, okay, I need to do a lot of research and realize that here in the UK, for the UK visa, you need to be working and making up to a certain amount of money for you to bring your spouse over. But in my case, turns out because I'm disabled, I'm exempt from the meeting the financial requirements. So
it was a bit easier.
Yeah, so I did so much research, and at this point, a lot of people would look for like a solicitor, a lawyer, to actually help with the whole application and everything process. But I said, you know what? We can't afford that. Let's be honest. We don't need a lawyer. I'm smart. I mean, I can do this. We had my parents around, and he was hustling as well at that point. He was on his hustle. So when I got back here, luckily my parents were there, and they were like, the research. I was really sick, by the way. I was so sick for the first few months of my pregnancy. I couldn't move.
You know what the funny thing was? When you came here, I was really on my hustle like that.
Yeah. So I was like, I was so sick when I got back. I needed my husband there, and I was like, I need to get this done. Like, we need to do this. So from one thing to the next, after I actually started healing from my hyperemesis, because I get very sick during my pregnancies. I literally I feel like I'm dying. I lose so much weight. I end up throwing up blood because I've got nothing in me. So I can't move for like first few months. As soon as I started getting better, and I started, feeling a bit better, I started the whole process. I would explain the whole process, but that's just too long for you guys.
Too long.
Too long for you guys, okay? But I worked so hard, and thank God, family did a big job.
Family prayers and everything.
Yeah, I really thank God, alhamdulillah. So the process, I was doing it at the same time. I'm so nervous, okay? So after a few months after I started, I healed and I felt better. During my pregnancy, I said, I need a house. And my dad, being the G that he is, okay, he helped me find one like this. So I got a place, I got a house, because obviously for me to bring my husband here, I need to have my own accommodation, okay? And as soon as I got the house, that's it. The way I was pushing this guy, tell them, you have a husband like Sam, he will drive you mad sometimes.
Why?
Because I used to have to push him. I used to we'll talk on the phone. Have you done your English test? Oh no, babe, I'll book it later. When? In a week. You give me 2 more weeks. I'm like, no, you're gonna do it now. Like I will push.
To be honest with you, I was like 50-50, like.
You weren't no 50-50. So yeah, I pushed him. Like, I get your English test done, and he worked hard on that. He got his other tests done. He got his documents together. We were helping each other. When it came to the point where I had to apply, I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
We have everything in place now. The money for the visa is quite a lot. We have that in place. You have your money ready for your ticket. You have all your documentations, everything, and I just need to fill that application. The way I prayed, can you remember? I used to pray so much, and I still pray, alhamdulillah. Like, I've not left my prayer since. There's no way I will go to sleep without praying. If I wake up in the morning, I
if it's gonna really work, because it was one shot and one shot only, and we had spent so much money on it. Like, we spent money on the house, we spent money on the visa thing, we spent so much money on the whole thing. Like,
everything.
It was crazy.
So it's like, we can't fail this, okay? And I was just here ready, preparing the place, pregnant. I couldn't wait to give birth, and I was like, I want you to be here when I'm giving birth. So when did we apply? So when I came back here, it was March, and I stayed months without Sam, and I made that application August, end of August. I made that application, and it says that it could take up to 12 weeks, right?
Yeah.
From 12 up to 12 weeks, or sometimes even more if there's any complications. So I was very worried, and the day I made the application, I was filling everything in. I called him. There was a point where I made a mistake in the application. I went crazy, and then me and my dad went crazy. Okay, we all just went crazy. I was like, oh my god, I messed up. But I went back and I fixed that, and the application went through. Now, but after making an application, you do not understand. I am heavily pregnant. I'm due November. The last few months of my pregnancy, just so much stress. Well, he was stressed as well. Can you call each other all the time?
Yeah, like what's happening?
He used to tell me check on the application. He's always checking on the track. We were tracking,
we were tracking
the visa application
because you can track it online.
There's a point where the tracking kind of stopped.
Yeah,
so apparently there was
tracking.
like some sort of complication with the tracking everywhere. So it wasn't just us.
So
but I panicked. I even called. I was like, what's going on? I'm on the tracking. I called UK visa. They said, don't worry. There's this complication and everyone's dealing with it. It's not just you. So I was like, okay. And I just carried on. And then November came and I was due and I was like, it's still not here. You're not here. You're not going to be here when I give birth. And then I was like, I realised, I'm going to have to give birth by myself again.
Crazy.
So my due date came. I gave birth the day before my due date. His birthday's on the 21st of November.
And Layan's
birthday is on the 19th. But I was actually due on his birthday.
Yeah.
So I gave birth on the 19th.
I was telling her all the time, please hang in there. She needs to come out on my birthday. We need to share the same birthday. But this girl, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I do so much. Like from a week before my due date, I will make sure I give birth on time. I will do everything and anything just to give birth on time because I'm tired at this point. The red berry leaf pills, last resort castor oil, and it's always worked for me.
Yeah.
I didn't use it for Nahe. I gave birth to Nahe like 4 weeks early, my firstborn. But with Talia, I took castor oil, same day. After 2 hours I started feeling contractions.
Castor oil na lainisha.
Yeah, lainisha your cervix, yeah. It softens your cervix apparently. So, and then with Layan, I took the castor oil, but she took like 6 hours. Yeah. So after 6 hours, I started feeling it. It was 11 o'clock at night. I started feeling it, but castor oil works wonders. So I gave birth on time, and at this point now, you go through the baby blues after you give birth. You randomly cry, you can go through stress, and it could lead to postnatal depression. But alhamdulillah, I just kept praying, and I was trying so hard, but it's just the thought of, is my husband going to get the visa?
And I got it.
And December reached, and December was 12 weeks in, and you got it like just a few days before the day which would hit the 12-week mark.
Yeah.
Like 3 days before, imagine. But I was worried. Is it till now?
No, I went there a week before. Then they told me come next week. I got there, and then there was a queue, and then everyone.
No. Didn't they call you?
No, I called them.
You called them. They said come in.
No, they said come next week.
Yeah.
I went the next week, and I remember it was in a Thursday or Wednesday, but apparently they didn't open on that day. They told me come the other week.
Yeah.
So I went the other week, and then I went there, and I remember there was a long queue, and then everyone was picking up their visas and stuff. So
he told me I'm there, baby. It's here. There. They told me it's here.
So we're in a queue, and then there's this like old lady. She picked her visa, she opened it, and it wasn't there. Like they declined her visa. So I'm like, oh shit.
And he's messaging me at this point.
And I'm messaging her. I said, there's this old lady that didn't get the visa. So I'm
crying. Her
family are crying. I'm like, oh my god, I'm next. Okay, it is what it is. My heart dropped and everything. Say it is what it is. Let me just go in and see. Oh, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I picked up my visa.
They gave you your envelope, and you didn't open it there, did you? You didn't want to show no disappointment.
I went in the car, chilled for a minute, put on the AC. And like, should I open it now? Okay, let's do this. Let's open it. Ripped it apart, looked, and I saw the visa was there. I was so happy. I'm not gonna lie. I was just screaming in the car like this.
And then what did you say to me? What did you do to me? He pranked me.
And now pranked her.
Stupid fool. So,
nah, man.
yeah, bad news kind of thing. I was like, what do you mean? And then he ignores me for like 10 minutes. And I'm writing. I'm like, what do you mean?
This guy was writing paragraphs after paragraphs.
And I'm calling him. How could you do this to me? You tell me something,
please.
you don't reply back. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe he's disappointed. He's panicking. And he doesn't want to reply back. At this point, I'm holding my baby and I'm like, get it, man. I don't know what to do now. I need to go back.
What were you thinking?
I need to go back. I need my husband. So he finally calls me and he's laughing. And at the point he does that, I know this. He's one of those stupid traits. He still does it and I still fall for it. But yeah, and he was like, babe, I got it. I was like, Alhamdulillah, you don't know how I felt, subhanAllah. I've never been so happy. I've never been so happy. I was so happy. He was like, okay, book a ticket. You remember I was rushing. I'm not even drinking my tea. I'm so into this story. But it's warm now.
Is
It's
it?
still nice.
Yeah, it's green tea.
I was so happy. I was like, you know what? You're not staying here for Christmas or anything, because it was apparent that Kenya was coming on. They would put Kenya on the red list.
Kenya was
remember?
about to be on the red list.
Yeah, on the red list. I was like, don't take that risk.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna wait months. Now you got that visa. You're gonna use it now. You're gonna book that ticket now.
I was
He's
saying,
like, babe, I'll book it for you from here. Send me the money. I will do it. So
I was telling her, chill out. I need to pack my clothes. I need to say.
Hey, boo, no,
Nah, you're not coming with any clothes. Come the way you are.
I said, forget your clothes. You buy clothes and everything. Go hold your wardrobe. You're coming here. You have to come naked. You will come here. Yeah, I was so excited. You have no idea. So I was like, okay, go and send me money like right now. Either way, I rush this guy. Me, I will push you and make sure you get things done. And do you not love that about me? Do you not love that about me? You need a wife like that, okay?
My nigga.
Like, go send me the money now. I will book you that ticket. So I was like, same day, sent me the money. I went on Sky Scanner, booked his ticket. 4 days time.
Actually, 3 days time.
Was it 3 days time?
3 days time. No, 4 days time.
4 days time.
Yeah.
4 days still felt long for me. I was trying to get
Then I
him
got
like
sick in the middle.
travel tomorrow, but he was all the way in Mombasa. And he needed to go back to Nairobi for him to, you know.
Yeah, because my flight was from Nairobi. Yeah.
So okay, now those next 4 days, pampering myself, getting ready for.
I got to Nairobi, and then I get to Nairobi. I'm supposed to do this COVID test, and I get sick.
He got so sick. Hey,
So sick. I've never been that sick. I have never been that sick. I'm telling you. I couldn't even move. I was coughing. I was sneezing. I don't know. It wasn't even COVID. You know that I've had COVID before, but that wasn't COVID.
So we were thinking it was COVID, and like, that's when I panicked. I was like, "What are we gonna do? Sammy needs to get on that thing. I'm gonna go and take the test."
But you know, Kenya ni nani, man. Just make a few phone calls.
Oh, bunny.
Get the thing. Get everything done. That's what I love about Kenya, you know. Oh.
So like, you're gonna get that certificate, and it's gonna say that you're free of COVID, and he got it. I don't know if he had COVID, but alhamdulillah, and then everything was well. He was in the airport, and we stopped talking because he got on the plane, and he was flying, and I was so ready. I was so pampered. I was just so ready for my man. I wake up in the morning with my dad, and he was like, we're gonna go together. And we wake up early in the morning. What was it, 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
And
5 a.m.
yeah, we head to the airport. And when I saw him here, it was like a dream, subhanAllah. I was like, is he really here? Huh?
I looked fat then.
Yeah, he put on a lot of weight. Yes!
I was having jackfruit.
Great daily. He'd already started putting on a lot of weight before I left, and then it was like, I think it was it stress or what was it?
I don't know.
But he just kept eating. My man's in the gym.
Jeez, my nigga.
Yeah. So he got here and everything was amazing.
Now,
if you guys want to know how life is in the UK now, this was why and how we got back here. Okay. If you want to know what happens after that, keep watching. Story time for next time.
Yeah, one thing I want to tell people,
Yeah.
is if you're doing something and you're planning to do something, make sure you tell no one.
Yeah.
Always keep your mouth shut.
I told him no
think,
one
you know
around
what?
him had any idea.
Come to think of it, I think I got sick the moment I started telling people.
Yeah, because obviously as soon as you told people, that's when you got the visa.
I got the visa and I told like almost everyone. Everyone I know, like my closest people. But
you had to tell.
I had to tell people that I'm leaving
country.
and stuff like that. Bro, I'm telling you, immediately I told everyone. That's when I started getting sick.
So honestly, if you're doing something,
always zip up. Do your thing.
Yeah.
When it's successful, people will see it. And when it's done, that's when you be able to tell people. Never ever tell people your next move.
let people see your success. Do not let them know before you even succeeded or even made it anyway.
You're going for a job interview, go do the interview first. You have an exam, do the exam first. You are trying to do something, just do it fast. When it happens, people will see it.
Stop evil eyes, bro. Like,
it's
honestly,
mad. I'm not gonna lie.
Prayer, wallah is key. Till today, prayer is just salah is everything right now for me. Alhamdulillah, like, oh my god, that's the story, and we got plenty more stories for you. So keep watching, guys, and welcome to our family channel,
Komorah family. Okay. And big shout out to Quincy for making the thumbnail for us.
Oh yeah, big shout out because we love Quincy, it. No, it's like, what is it? It's the YouTube.
Was it? It's like a thumbnail?
What's my name?
No, it's not a thumbnail. It's a cover.
Yeah, the YouTube cover.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Big shout out to Quincy.
Yeah, we love it.
This is on Instagram. Check him on Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere.
Keep watching. Subscribe.
Make sure you also follow us on TikTok at Sam Komorah, Instagram at Sam Komorah, Facebook at Sam Komorah. I don't really use it though. My wife, Aisha Komorah, Facebook. No,
I don't use Facebook.
She has it, but she doesn't use it. IG.
Yeah.
TikTok. And yeah, we have our family page on Instagram.
IG, so I'll put that up on my description box. I'll put everything up on the description box, so don't worry, guys. Okay?
Yeah.
Just follow the link.
Subscribe.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.